You want to hit F5?
MTV today is known for its reality television as well as its hit TV shows, but a lot of you don't know the original history of MTV. Today, I'm going to be talking about how MTV got started. Then I'm going to be talking about the early years from 1981 to 1986. And then finally, I will also talk about other things that MTV accomplished, such as innovations that it had on society. How MTV originally got started was that it was an idea created by Robert W. Pittman, who was president of the Warner Amex Satellite Entertainment Company. And he had an idea of creating a low-cost programming in the form of music videos. During the first ever clip of MTV, such as the one shown right there, that's Neil Armstrong landing on the moon, and the original concept was for a audio clip of him saying "one small step for mankind." This original idea was scrapped and later replaced with just the moon, and Moon Man was gone because Neil Armstrong didn't want anything to do with it. And an interesting fact that the Jeff Johns of the Bugles said in an interview was that originally MTV was only shown on certain TV channels and it was not open to cable-wide access. And New York City was one of the people who actually turned them down. The original format of the videos there would be a MTV VJs, they called it, or a video jockey, and they would just introduce the video and talk about it, and they would perform interviews with some of the bands at the time. And when MTV first launched, its first words on August 1st, 1981 was "Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll." And the first video was Video Killed the Radio Star, and that was by the Buggles. Next, let me tell you about MTV's early years from 1981 to 1986. Some of the effects that it had on pop culture was that it had, for the first time ever, a solo female artist, Pat Benatar, coming out with a music video, and she was actually the second video ever on television, and that was great for female solo artists because it helped pave the way for a lot of female solo artists to get recognized. Also, it broke down color barriers with Michael Jackson's Billie Jean video, which premiered December 2nd, 1983, and it paved the way for some artists such as Lionel Richie to come out with his hit song, Hello. And then finally, Madonna came out with her song at the MTV Music Awards in 1984, Like a Virgin, and this kind of got rid of the bubblegum image that a lot of girls had at the time, and it helped create a more provocative image, and it allowed for a more acceptable provocative image on national televisions. Finally, some other things that MTV accomplished was, like I said, paving the way for artists and innovations like Pat Benatar, for innovations towards getting artists recognized and rocketing them to fame, and especially for female artists. As well as it was the first ever live broadcast of spring break, which is a famous thing that teenagers go to and they party, and it was the first ever people who actually broadcasted that on television. And also, they were the first people to have live concerts videotaped on it, full live coverage. As in, some people actually only did clips, they did a full 19-hour special about the entire thing. And this was, one example of this was a benefit concert to raise funds for Ethiopia, which was organized by Bob Geldof and Midge Uri. So, in conclusion, MTV actually paved the way for a lot of innovative things towards society and helped. And without it, a lot of people, such as Pat Benatar, wouldn't have gotten recognized, and the color barrier might not have been broken down, which Michael Jackson did, to pave the way for African American artists.
Thanks.